Alrighty. Hello, folks. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Happy March. Happy Women's History Month. All right. Hey, how are you doing? Mr. Stu. All right. Good to see you on here. Tamika. Hey. All right. I have the heavyweights on here now. You know, we got the distinguished gentleman of Richmond, Mr. Stu Gardner. We got our diva from Philadelphia, Miss Tamika Farabee, just released the album. Oh, and we got Mr. Jarrell. All right, up and coming artist. Yeah, we got some serious talent on the line here. Good to see you all. Thank you so much. I am excited about some new things going on this month, and I want to share some of those with you, and I also want to hear about what you all are doing. I know some things already, but I definitely like to hear more. As usual, I'm listening to my gospel jazz radio, as always, and it's on the Jazz Radio Network, if you all have not heard of it. Wonderful online 24-hour gospel jazz station, which is fantastic. I wanted to let you know that finally, I have my my store, my online store. I had just added it just a few minutes ago. The mugs that we have, the Jazz in the Spirit mugs, as well as the Jazz in the Spirit t-shirts. So those are available for purchase. You can go to the store right there, www.jazzinthespirit.com, and that same page that says buy CD now. I haven't put the link to actually, or the picture. I have put the link, but you can hit the buy CD now, and it will, in addition to giving you the ability to buy the CD, you can also now pick up a T-shirt or a mug, and we definitely would appreciate y'all's support, because all of you that are on here know how it is. And it's no joke out here, but we press on. We continue to make music because that's what we have to do. It's not really even an option. It's a calling on our lives, and it's important that we do what we're called to do, because that way we'll receive a blessing. Amen. So I wanted to let you know about that. Hey, Dr. Ruby. All right, now we got some great folks here on the line. And Dr. Ruby, I don't know if you saw my message, but the on my website now, you can actually buy a Jazz in the Spirit t-shirt or a mug too. So now that's available, and they're hand designed by my wife, and she's gotten to be quite good at the crafting world. So check them out, and I hope that y'all will support. Also, today is my dad's birthday. He's 76 years old. Amen. And so I want to do a special. I just talked to him a little while ago, and if you all wanted to see a little bit more about him, I have a little tribute that I did to him on my personal page. It's just jazzinthespirit.com/Richard DeBrew Jr. or just Richard DeBrew, I think. But anyway, I'm going to just play this for him. This is my new single that just came out in January on my birthday, and it's called Happy Birthday from Me. Y'all can just kind of vibe to the music. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Thank you so much. It was it's also available now. This one, there's no physical copy available for this one yet. It's only available digitally, but at all of the digital sites that you can go to, you can find it. It's just called "Happy Birthday from Me," and I hope that y'all will support that as well. What's funny is that I've had three, and every year it's the same way. Three birthdays within about a 2.5 week span, because my mom's is near the end of February, and then there's my son's. His is the 23rd of February, and then my dad is right here in March. So they're all back to back, and of course mine is in January. So we're all kind of sandwiched in that early part of the year. But it's a great time to celebrate. So this month I'm going to be doing. You remember last month I was featuring the song "By and By" for Black History Month. This month I'm going to be featuring another song called "La Pureza del Amor de Cristo," which means Christ's love so pure. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of that, and like I said, we're gonna be talking about it all month. But this is it. So I'll give you all a little bit more of that as the month draws on. But that's track number 2 on my Jazz in the Spirit album, which, like I said, I hope that you all will support. It's I was working on this CD for 21 years, and not that it really took that long to record everything, but just with the stopping and starting, I'm sure all of you know what that process is like, and so we just. I'm just glad to be on this side of it. But you can get it at www.jazzinthespirit.com, which is my website. That's for the physical CD. Now you can also download it on iTunes. It's on all the streaming services. It's on Tidal. It's on YouTube Music. It's everywhere, and it's worldwide too. So I hope that if you haven't checked out Jazz in the Spirit yet, please do. And there's a reason, and I don't mind sharing that with you again too, because I'll be talking about that till I'm blue in the face. I have a vision of not only promoting my own music, but promoting the genre of gospel jazz in general. Because here's the thing, none of us are just here to serve ourselves. I think, as artists, we're all called to do something for other people. That our music is meant to be shared. Otherwise, we'd just be playing it in the house and that's it, right? But we do things publicly because we want other people to be blessed. We want other people's lives to be enriched, right? Oh, Kia, hey, wow, good to see you, my dear. Miss Kia Bennett, our rising starlet and actress and singer and all this wonderful stuff. Check her out. She was in the movie Harriet, and she's in a couple of other things coming up now. This is awesome. So thank you for being here, Kia. I'm glad that you all have joined me tonight. It's really, really important that we do something not just for ourselves, but for others. And in my particular case, what I feel called to do is to raise awareness of the gospel jazz genre in general, because, far too often we just get the scraps from the table, like our music a lot of times is considered too jazzy for church and too jazzy for the jazz clubs. And then the radio doesn't really want to play us, except for gospel jazz radio, which I appreciate. Or my man Tony Smith in New York. I think he's the only person in the whole tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut that plays gospel jazz on the regular. So I appreciate him. He's a wonderful saxophone player too. But other than him and this one and maybe like a handful more, you don't hear stations focusing on gospel jazz. You hear plenty of gospel stations. You hear a fair number of jazz stations, but that's about it. But this music that we do is really a hybrid, and it's really got its own sound, and I really want to call attention to it. So what I'm doing with my album is I have set as a personal goal and a professional goal to sell 10,000 units, whether they be downloaded, streamed, or in a physical copy of the CD, by the 18th of June 2021, which is just a few months from now. And I released the album on Juneteenth of last year, so that's a full year from the 19th to the 18th. And why I want to do that is because I want to let the music industry know that there is a verifiable, documentable audience for this music that they can actually see, because it all works on numbers. And I want to use that to be able to leverage it for greater opportunities for gospel jazz artists all over, whether that be performance venues, whether that be space in physical stores, whether that be radio representation on radio, in concert tours, festivals, all those kinds of things. And it's going to take an enormous amount of work, and it's going to take lots of partners to bring that to pass, but got to start somewhere. So I really feel like that's something that I'm just called to do. And listen, all of you have platforms, and you're all doing wonderful, wonderful things in your respective areas. And so if there's any way that you all can help me with that, I would be tremendously, tremendously appreciative, because each one of you has a sphere of influence that you're over and you're making great strides in. And so, that's the area that I feel like I'm called to work in. And so it's big. It's much bigger than me. And I feel like this is something that it's time. It's time for this to happen now. And I would love to see a station like this one, the Gospel Jazz Radio, to be on radio, like on satellite radio or something like that. I would really love to see that, and I would work toward that. But the whole thing the industry wants to know is how big is this market, which means how many people can you demonstrate that would pay money for this to happen. If you can say that, then you got them. But if you can't, then it's just like, you're not serious. We can't do that because we don't have a market. We don't have evidence that that's going to be financially feasible or economically viable for our station. Yeah. So anyway, that's the quest, y'all. So if you all are able to help me with that part by just spreading the word about the album, certainly you can listen to it. You can preview it on YouTube. The whole album is on YouTube. But of course, I would prefer if people would buy it. Amen. Because it's not free. It was not free to make. That's for sure. But I am proud of it. And Tamika, Tamika just put out a real nice recording, and it's starting to garner some attention. So congratulations on that. And y'all check her out, Tamika Ferraby, Ferebee. She's a wonderful singer, songwriter, musical director, workshop presenter. She does it all. And the recent chapter rep of the Gospel Music Workshop chapter in Philadelphia. So that's awesome. She's a leader. And how wonderful to celebrate you on Women's History Month. Woohoo! And Kia, you too, because, I know the great stuff that you're doing all right there. And Dr. Ruby, longtime pastor of the one and only Safe Haven United Church of Christ in New York City. We celebrate you as well. Woohoo! So, I'll tell you, there's a lot of great stuff to celebrate this month. And so during the course of this month, during my Friday night inspirations, I'm going to be, and I'm in our morning services at church too, I'm going to be specifically focusing on music by women writers or artists or those kinds of things. And listen, if there's stuff that you all, want to make me aware of, or you let me know, because I don't know everything, but I'm eager to learn. So just let me know, put me on, So other stuff that I wanted to let you know about, just in terms of announcements for this week. Yesterday, I posted a video from Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Richmond, and we have had a great fellowship with them for about the last 6 years. I've been a special guest artist at Sacred Heart Catholic Church for Black History Month, and Sunday, I did my song, which was the song of the month for February. My song, By and By, which was written by the Reverend Charles Appert Tinley way back in 1905. And I've been talking about that for the whole month. So if y'all have been watching my videos, you should know a lot about By and By by now, including the 3 different versions of it that I did and the one that's on the CD. So I got to do that yesterday. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the video, just check it out. And also tomorrow, I haven't been doing my daily posts because it just takes a lot of time, and I got a lot of other stuff I'm working on now. But I will put up a Wednesday afternoons post tomorrow. Wednesday afternoons is what I was doing to sort of highlight my presence in the media in various ways. And so just recently, I had the great honor of being included in Minister Sheila Bell's Bell report that she does in Minister Sheila Bell. I'm pretty sure those of you that are in Richmond, you all know about her. But Dr. Ruby, she is, kind of like Richmond's music industry mogul, and we celebrate her during Women's History Month, absolutely, and all of her contributions. And so she featured the story about By and By and how I was featuring it during the month of February. The press release was done by my publicist, Miss Andrea Nay Williams, who I also celebrate. She included that in, I think it was last week, maybe Thursday or Friday. So I'm going to put that up in my social media tomorrow for everybody to see. And the reason why I call it Wednesday Afternoons is because I have a song on my CD called Wednesday Afternoon. And so it was just a, catchy way for people to remember what I was doing on Wednesdays. So that will be up at 3:00 in the afternoon tomorrow for you all to come check out. And I hope that you all will do that. Then this will not be a Friday Night Inspiration Week. I'm taking this, the week off, so it will be on the 12th of March. But on Saturday, I will be doing my Saturday sentiments at 11:00. And this week, I'm going to be talking about my 21 pearls of wisdom for how music uplifts people and can during the pandemic. So It was something that I shared on another broadcast by Lady Charmaine Day a few weeks ago, and somebody said, "Man, you should write that down. Maybe spin it into a book." That was my new friend Terrence Richburg, wonderful bass player. He's definitely going to be one of my partners in this effort to raise awareness of gospel jazz, because he's deeply rooted in it too. So that's going to be this coming Saturday at 11, and I'm looking forward to that. So we're going to be, talking about those 21 pearls this week. And on Saturdays is the time that I get to, kind of delve deeply into the things that, are below the surface. So often we want to hit the quick fix, like, okay, give me the kernels and let me keep going. But Saturday sentiments, I kind of think deeply about things. This past week I was talking about being a leader. Another week I talked about legacy. Another time we talked about how much is too much, worldly influences on, black church music, and so, or black religious music. And, I've been reading a book by, it's called Living the Life I Sing. It was based on a song title by Thomas A. Dorsey, father of gospel music. And it's written by Dr. Alfonso Simpson and Thomas Dorsey's grandson, Thomas Dorsey III. Great book. I highly recommend it. I'm almost at the end, but it goes deeply into the history of gospel music as it has developed and progressed, and specifically Reverend Dorsey's influence and his impact, and how he started the National Convention of Gospel Choirs and Choruses, which is the oldest still existing convention for gospel music in the country and maybe in the world. So even though the original Thomas Dorsey has passed on, his legacy lives on way beyond him. And that's the kind of thing that I want to do, to have a legacy that lives beyond me. And I would encourage each and every one of you to do the same, because you all have just wonderful contributions that you're already making, that you've already made. But who will remember that 10, not even 10, 50, 100, 200 years from now? Who will remember that? And, I always encourage people to think about your legacy, think about what you're going to leave here, and what will be said about you when you're gone, long after you're gone. So that's the kind of stuff that I deal with on my Saturday sentiments. So that will be this coming Saturday at 11. All right. So that's pretty much the rundown. So we got the video I just put up yesterday from Sacred Heart. Today, of course, I'm here for Tuesday Talk. Tomorrow we'll be doing our Wednesday afternoons post. And then Saturday we'll be doing the Saturday sentiments. And if any of you would like to check it out, I know probably most of y'all have church commitments in one way or another, but our services at Fourth Baptist are being posted online. It's a Zoom service, but we haven't gotten quite to the point where we go live on YouTube, but we do post it afterwards. And so the previous services are on YouTube right now, Fourth Baptist Church of Richmond, Virginia. So we've had services there. I think the ones going back to January are up there now. And although I don't normally put myself out there as a singer, I've been doing most of the singing with tracks, of course. But it's been a good experience. It's challenged me to really step my game up. And I'm working on, trying to do more in the world of virtual videos and get the other choir members involved and kind of push everybody to really embrace this virtual space while we're here in the pandemic. Tamika, Jarrell, and all y'all, I'm pretty sure you all have had to figure out creative ways to do church music, as in this new environment. And Dr. Ruby, I know I've seen some of what you all have done, but however we all reach it, the word still has to go out. The message still has to go out. And people are more in need now than I think than ever. And so it's very, very important that we, continue to allow people to feel connected, that we allow people to feel like someone still cares about them, and that someone is thinking about them, and that they feel that support that church provides, the connectedness to your brothers and sisters, so that you can pray for each other, you can think about each other, and, even though you may not be able to physically, embrace or be together in the same place, you can fellowship in other ways. So I appreciate the opportunity to be able to do that. And it's very meaningful for me too. So that's Sunday. And then we turn it around again next week for the usual schedule, the Tuesday and the Friday. So if there are things that you'd like me to know about, you want me to talk about what you all are doing, let me know, because I want to share them. I'm excited for each of you. You all already know how I feel about you. I hope you do. I admire all of you for your talents and your abilities and your, just what you bring to the table. And we've had some fun times together. So let's keep that going. And I want to say a special hello to also some of my new friends on Instagram. I've had quite a few people recently who have just started following me, whether they be from Europe, from Japan, from, other parts of Asia, from Brazil, just different places. But I thank you for liking my videos and for the comments that you've made. Thank you very much. And I want y'all to send me messages, whether they be direct messages on Facebook or comments on the videos on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. Or this is the other way, and I'm trying to build this up, little by little, is my mailing list, my email list, which is people who make a difference at jazzinthespirit.com. Once again, people who make a difference at jazzinthespirit.com. So that is the list that I want to use to be able to disseminate information to this circle, because we need to be able to keep in touch and not to only be dependent on social media, because it can change, and people, you're dependent on folks getting on or not that way. But if you can send them an email directly, then they'll look at that more readily than necessarily coming on social media. So send me emails. Let me know what you're doing. People who make a difference at jazzinthespirit.com. And, I'll send you information about what we're doing. And, I also want to encourage people to continue to do something, as I said earlier, to make a difference in someone else's life. And we want to share and celebrate your stories to encourage more and more people to do that. We got to send some positive energy out into this world to counteract so much of the negativity that we see every day, that floods the airwaves, that, bombards us on news, media, and so on. We just got to, 1 Corinthians 13 says, I'll show you a more excellent way, and that's the way of love. So, so that's what I'm all about. So I'm hoping that y'all will join me in this. So that's basically what I had to talk about today. If you have things that you want to let me know, then feel free. And I definitely love to hear from you. Oh, I see Bishop J. Hello, sir. All right. He's on here from Facebook, and my old friend Tanya from my New York church, Concord. She's on here too. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate your support. And Tanya, you remember you had asked me about the details for the mugs and the t-shirts. Well, they're up now. So all you have to do is go to www.jazzinthespirit.com and you hit the buy CD now link and they'll take you right to it. So when amongst the products now, besides the CDs, you'll also see mugs and you'll also see t-shirts, and we got sizes from small all the way up to 5. So whatever your preferences, whatever your needs are, we got you. And we also want to celebrate Tanya during Women's History Month. Woohoo! She's an entrepreneur and very successful saleswoman, and she's got her products for sale all the time, kind of jewelry and accessories and all that kind of great stuff. So keep on keeping on, Tanya. I see you. So y'all, I thank you so much for being here. I always have to say, I don't always like to say it, but there is an opportunity to make contributions to the artist that are there on the screen. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, on Instagram, I usually just post them. But yes, the work is not free. And being an independent artist, as many of you know, is no joke. It's very expensive. So anytime you're able to support, I definitely appreciate it. And we definitely appreciate it. I hope that you all have a good rest of your Tuesday. And I thank you so much for being here at my Tuesday talk. And like I said, send me emails. Let me know what you're up to. I want to give you shout outs. I want to celebrate. I want to post your pictures of what you're doing and all that kind of stuff, because why not? Why can't we support each other? The scripture says 1 can chase 1,000, but 2 can chase 10,000, right? So imagine what all of us could do together, if we kind of help each other rather than just everybody trying to get their own little small piece of cheese, So anyway, that's how I think about it. Not everybody agrees with me, but that's all right. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. Have a blessed night.